Are you upset because your lady crush never messages you first? Does it make you feel like there's something wrong? Do you feel a need to fix the situation before it peters out and you never speak to this woman again? A lot of men overreact when their romantic interest never messages them first. But there really isn't any need to panic. In most cases, it doesn't mean she's upset with you. It doesn't mean she's bored of you. In fact, in most cases, she's probably as excited to meet with you as ever. Now, there are lots of potential reasons why a woman might not message a guy she's into first. The one I want to talk about most on this video is that she's feminine. The ability to lead, the ability to take charge, the ability to take initiative is a hyper masculine trait. And feminine women have no desire to take charge, especially in a romantic sense when they often don't have to. On the other hand, they are turned on by a man who shows he can take charge, he can take initiative, he can get things done. So if your lady crush never messages you first, it might just be because she doesn't want to and she likes when you do it. If she has seen evidence that you can take charge, you can invite her out when you want to go out, then she might just prefer to wait for you to make the move again when you are free, if you want to see her again. Most women know that if a guy likes them, he will message first. Anyway, that's been their experience for most of their lives. She might understand that you're a busy guy, and she might just think that it's easier to wait to see when you're free and then to respond. She might be busy herself. Not all hot women are just sitting around on Instagram all day. Some have important career projects that consume all their time. Some have family members that they need to look after, okay? And women like this, often they're not trying to start conversations out of nowhere with people who haven't texted them first. Please remember that hot women, they have an abundance of men messaging them first, so they never really need to make the first move in that way. There's also the mind games that some women like to play. If they're really into you, they might make a rule that they won't message you first just so that it can play a bit hard to get. That frustrates both sides, but it's an undeniable part of modern courtship. It could be any of these things. The question is, does it matter if your woman never messages you first? Well, to answer this question, let me ask you 3 more questions. Does she respond when you message her? Does she accept your invitation when you invite her out on a date? Do you have a great time when you hang out together in real life? If the answer to all 3 of these questions is yes, then you have nothing to worry about. If the answer to one of these questions is no, then that is your problem and that is the thing you need to fix. As a man, you should have a life mission that consumes you so much that you don't have time to be responding to girls all day. You don't want to do that, okay? And a man like this should be grateful that he has a woman who doesn't demand his attention by messaging him first all the time. If you're dating multiple women, it could be a really ball ache when they're all demanding your attention, they're all messaging you first every day and get upset when you don't respond, okay? Especially when you're out with one and the other 2 or 3 are texting you, okay? So that's another reason why a true player should be grateful that he's found a woman who doesn't message him first, provided that she always messages him back when he initiates the conversation. Here's what not to do if a woman never messages you first. Okay, and this is important because women will only date men who they believe to be on their level or higher. Okay, Women will only date men who are they believe to be on their level or higher, and that's why you should never ask, oh, wait, why don't you ever message me first? You should definitely not get upset about her not messaging you first. When you do that, you're going to send a sign to her that maybe you're not that high value, busy, socially savvy guy that she thought you were. Okay? Because you're getting upset because you're not messaging you first. It really is better not to sweat the small stuff when it comes to things like that. Remember, as long as she's responding when you message her, as long as she comes on a date and you have a great time, that should be the only thing that matters. Anyway, if you're a guy who struggles with text messaging, I would highly recommend that you join our Ice Whites message game groups on Facebook and Telegram. In these groups, you can post your screenshots, you can add some text explaining some context about what's going on between you and the girl that you're trying to get out on a date, and our experts will respond and lead you in the right direction. I also want to tell you about my book, Big Dick Energy. This is a great book if you are struggling to attract the attention, attract the respect of the women that you want to date. This book features 12 powerful exercises to help you naturally unleash your masculine energy in conversations and effortlessly attract amazing women. You're going to love this book. There's a link to it in the description and the pinned comment. Other than that, my name's Joe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you real soon.